General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason is facing a major challenge as he prepares for a new battle, one that could place him in significant danger if Drew refuses to let him care for Danny. Determined to regain custody, Jason understands that this is not just a legal battle, but also an emotional showdown between two brothers. Drew, harboring resentment from past conflicts, seems ready to do whatever it takes to thwart Jason's intentions. Instead of seeking a peaceful resolution, Drew appears to be leveraging every means to retaliate, including exposing Jason's past to weaken his standing in court. Jason, with his sharp instincts and experience, is carefully preparing to counter every move Drew might make. However, facing someone willing to push the limits puts Jason in an increasingly precarious position. Drew isn't just focused on keeping custody of Danny, but might even use the boy as leverage to exert pressure on Jason. This clash is not simply about custody. It's a battle to resolve the unresolved pain and conflicts between them. Jason must navigate with patience and caution to avoid falling into a disadvantageous position. This confrontation will test Jason's resolve and his ability to protect his family. The stakes grow higher as the story progresses, with both brothers driving the tension to new heights. A high-stakes custody battle looms, centered on Danny, but the story takes a new turn when Alexis openly sides with Drew. Her strong support for Drew not only leaves Jason feeling betrayed, but also intensifies an already fraught situation. For Jason, this is not just a legal fight, but an opportunity to reveal the darker truths about Drew's past. Determined to win custody, Jason decides to unveil evidence showing that Drew is unfit for the responsibility. Secrets tied to Drew's dubious actions and mistakes begin to surface, escalating the conflict. Jason hopes this revelation will weaken Drew's arguments and sway the court in his favor. However, exposing Drew's secrets has unintended consequences. Drew, already harboring animosity toward Jason, becomes even more determined to defend his position. The tension between the brothers escalates rapidly, dragging others into the conflict's turbulent orbit. Alexis, loyal to Drew, continues her fervent advocacy despite Jason's revelations. Her involvement doesn't escape scrutiny, as some question whether Alexis is acting out of personal feelings rather than objective fairness. This casts doubt on her role and puts her under increasing pressure from both sides, threatening her reputation and relationships with her family. The conflict now revolves around not just custody, but also loyalty, trust, and deep-seated familial tensions. Jason and Drew's mutual retaliation transforms the legal battle into an emotionally charged war. The coming twists promise revelations, exposing secrets, and testing relationships to their limits. Jason chooses to reveal Drew's criminal actions involving Willow, not just to gain an advantage in the custody fight for Danny and Scout, but also to hold Drew accountable for his past. This revelation sends shockwaves through everyone involved, exposing Drew's serious missteps and pulling Willow into the center of a brewing crisis. Willow, who has always sought to maintain peace within the family, now faces the sting of betrayal and a loss of trust in Drew. Meanwhile, Carly and Sunny intensify their involvement, applying relentless pressure on Drew. Carly, driven by her protective instincts, believes that Jason securing custody of Danny and Scout is essential for the children's future. Sunny, while reluctant to engage in open confrontation, uses his influence to force Drew into a corner. Their interference not only adds to Drew's mounting stress, but also isolates him further. Alexis, who has been steadfast in supporting Drew, finds herself caught in the chaos. As Drew's legal representative, Alexis must navigate the escalating turmoil. Jason's revelations damage Drew's credibility and place Alexis in a difficult position, forcing her to question whether to continue defending Drew despite the mounting evidence against him, or step back to avoid being drawn deeper into the storm. Alexis's involvement complicates matters further, as Jason's supporters begin to question her motives and decisions. Some suspect that Alexis's stance is driven by personal emotions rather than legal principles, adding to the pressure she faces. This not only jeopardizes her professional reputation, but also strains her relationships with other family members. Drew, cornered by the combined force of Jason's revelations, Carly and Sunny's pressure, and Alexis's precarious situation, begins to consider relinquishing custody of Danny and Scout. However, making this decision is agonizing. As Drew understands, it would mean losing the opportunity to be a father and build a bond with his children. The internal struggle and external pressures push Drew to the brink of collapse. If Drew does step back, it will create a significant shockwave, reshaping the entire battle's dynamics and sparking new conflicts. Jason, even if he achieves his goal, will face mixed emotions, especially as his relationship with Drew becomes increasingly fractured. Willow, meanwhile, feels deeply hurt and trapped in the web of secrets and fallout from her connection to Drew. This battle is no longer just about custody, but also about loyalty, trust, and ethical choices. Alexis, despite her commitment to justice, finds herself entangled in a vortex of emotions and pressures. As the story reaches its climax, the characters face difficult decisions and unavoidable consequences, setting the stage for emotional and unexpected developments.